Hey everyone, Yuri back with you. Hope you're having a great week. Hope you're enjoying this series of kind of mindset inner game videos that we've been doing this week. I think it's a very important, the most important thing really when it comes to achieving whatever it is that you want to achieve. So today we're going to be talking about, again, another aspect of this inner game that really separates the pros from the not so pros, right? The amateurs. And again, I'm just using that as an analogy, but it's in any area of life. Today we're going to be talking about beliefs, and specifically I'm going to talk a little bit about limiting beliefs, right? Because we all have them, and limiting beliefs are beliefs that detract you from your goals, right? We have empowering beliefs which build us up and motivate us and propel us towards our ultimate destination, and there are limiting beliefs where we start to doubt ourselves, where we don't think that we're good enough, or whatever it might be, that pull us back and do not allow us to get to that ultimate goal. So how do these limiting beliefs come about? Well, unfortunately, sometimes a lot of them are out of our control because we're conditioned from a very young age by our parents and by our teachers and by the media, little TV shows, whatever it might be, from a very young age to believe certain things. For instance, and this really will vary from family to family. Everyone has different belief systems. And unfortunately, we can't choose our parents in a lot of cases. So some of us have amazing parents, others not so great. But if you grew up in a family household where your parents told you that there was no sense working hard because people like you couldn't amount to anything in life, that's a pretty limiting mindset. That's a pretty limiting belief that you're going to adopt as you go through life. You're not going to give it your all. You're going to believe that you're not good enough, and therefore you don't deserve great results and great things in your life. That's just one example of a limiting belief. Another limiting belief might be that your parents may or somebody may have conditioned you to believe that pursuing things and being persistent and following up with people and kind of nagging at them is a bad thing because you don't want to create enemies and people don't like that. And if that's a belief that if that's a belief that you've adopted, then you're going to have a tough time following up and persisting and being consistent with things because you're going to worry about if you're kind of offending people and you're not, they're not going to like you, and so these are all sorts of beliefs that can limit us, and then there's other beliefs that can empower us. So what I want you to do during this video, you can press pause right now if you want, is I want you to write down 3 limiting beliefs that have held you back from your goals. Okay? I want you to write down 3 things. Just take a moment, take a couple minutes, write down 3 beliefs. Just if you're not too sure what they are, a belief is really a feeling of absolute certainty about something, right? So if you feel absolutely certain that you are not good enough to achieve whatever it is that you want to achieve, then that's probably a limiting belief. So write down 3 limiting beliefs you have. Okay? Now, the second thing we want to do is we want to start to just flip those limiting beliefs around. Because, and again, this is not something that's going to happen overnight. It takes time and it takes repetitive indoctrination, if you want to call it that, right? Because we're really just reprogramming your wiring. We're reprogramming your nervous system to think and believe a little bit differently. So if you think that you don't deserve to achieve a certain goal, let's just assume that's one of the beliefs. And one of the ways to kind of change that around is just to simply state it in the positive, right? So instead of saying, I'm not good enough, I don't deserve this, you might want to say, I am the best, I deserve everything that I want in my life, right? So you can just kind of restate it in a positive, more empowering way. But writing it down is great, but believing it is another thing, right? You can say that, and then your subconscious mind's like, yeah, whatever, I don't believe that at all, and then it's really not going to, be part of your empowering belief system. So what you want to do is write down these 3 limiting beliefs, spin them around into literally cross them out, spin them out into a positive, more empowering belief. And then once you have those empowering beliefs, you're going to take some time every single day, sort of just ingrain them in your mind, whether it's affirmations, visualization, whatever it is that you need to do to start really believing that these are true for you is something that is very, very important. Okay? Our belief systems are probably, a lot of our decisions are based on our belief system. right? If we don't believe that we deserve something, then we're not going to take the actions and make the proper decisions to move us towards that ultimate goal. We're going to be held back, we're going to sabotage ourselves, and I've seen it time and time again with a lot of people who get so close to their goals and then they sabotage themselves, right? They may have been training for a fitness competition. I was actually just speaking to a buddy of mine a little while ago, former professional bodybuilder. He was telling me about this one experience where he was so close to the actual competition. 2 weeks before, he absolutely sabotaged his diet, right? Didn't know why, but again, as he introspected, he had some limiting beliefs that were kind of bubbling to the surface and held him back. He sabotaged himself as a result, right? Obviously, it was a great learning experience. He moved forward from that. But again, look at your own life, look at your own experience. Have there been times when you sabotaged your success, right? Were you afraid of succeeding, right? If so, why? Were you afraid of failing? If so, why? So take a few minutes to go through these exercises after this video, and again, do what you can to start changing some of these limiting beliefs into empowering beliefs, because your belief system is one of the most important things that you have going for you. In tomorrow's video, we're going to be talking about self-esteem, and I'm going to tell you why it's one of the most important things that you can possibly have in your toolbox for life success. In the meantime, remember, July 27th is a big day. You're going to want to tune in for that. And once again, thanks for watching. And if you have any limiting beliefs, by all means, share them below. I'd be happy to read them and see, what are some of the challenges that are popping up for you. But until tomorrow's video, I'm Uriel Kane, and I'll see you then.